Hello, so in this video we're going to be looking at expanding single brackets. So the objectives here are to be able to multiply a term by everything inside a bracket, and we also need to be able to expand expressions involving powers. So firstly, we need to ask ourselves, what does it actually mean to expand brackets? So when we're expanding brackets, it means removing brackets by multiplying the outside term by each term inside the bracket. So we're trying to get rid of brackets when we are expanding them out. So for example, if we have a times b plus c, what we're doing here is we're multiplying a by b, so a times b is ab, and we're doing a times c, so a times c is just ac. So that's kind of a general case of what we're doing when we're expanding brackets. So here's an example. So this is something you could get asked in an exam. So you could be asked to expand 3 bracket x plus 4. So what we need to do is firstly do 3 times x. So 3 times x is 3x. And then we need to do 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. And it's positive 12. So we're going to put a plus 12 there. So the answer to this one is 3x plus 12. So example 2, we're going to do 5 times 2x. So 5 times 2x, that gives us 10x. And then 5 times minus 1 is just minus 5. So the answer to this question is 10x minus 5. So we've got a question here. So this one involves a negative number outside the bracket. So firstly, we're going to do minus 2 times x. So minus 2 times x gives us minus 2x. And then we're going to do minus 2 times minus 6. Minus 2 times minus 6, that gives us positive 12. So the answer to this one is minus 2x plus 12. So here we have an example where there's x outside the bracket. So we're going to do x times x, same as before. So x times x, that is x squared, because we're doing x times itself. And then we're going to do 7 times x. So 7 times x is simply 7x. So the answer to this question is x squared plus 7x. So here's another example. So we have an x squared term outside the bracket. So we're going to do x squared times x. So x squared times x, that's actually x cubed. And then x squared times minus 5 is minus 5x squared. So this one is x cubed minus 5x squared. So here's another example. So this time we've got 3 bracket a plus b plus c. So firstly, we're going to do 3 times a, which is 3a. And then we're going to do 3 times b, which is plus 3b. And then finally, we're going to do 3 times c. So 3 times c is plus 3c. So the answer to this one is 3a plus 3b plus 3c. So here's a typical exam style question on this topic. So we need to expand and simplify these brackets here. So this expression involves 2 sets of brackets. So we have this one first, and then we have this one. So we're just going to do them step by step. So the first one is 4 bracket 3x minus 1. So if we expand that, that is 12x, and then 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. So we get 12x minus 4. And then the second one is minus 2 bracket x plus 5. So if we expand that, we're going to get minus 2x and then minus 2 times 5, which is minus 10. So putting it together, we have 12x minus 4 minus 2x minus 10. But we need to simplify, so we would only get the full marks if we simplified our answer. So we need to identify the like terms. So 12x take away 2x, that gives us 10x. And then minus 4 minus 10 is going to be minus 14. So the final answer to this question is 10x minus 14. So here's some quick fire practice questions on this topic. So pause the video, have a go at these, and I'll show the answers in a short moment. Okay, so well done if you had a go at those. The answers to these questions, so question number 1, you should have 3x plus 21. Question number 2, you should have 10x minus 15. Question number 3, you should have minus 4y plus 8. Question number 4, you should have x squared minus 9x. And question number 5, you should have 2x squared plus 6x. So well done if you got all of those correct. If you didn't, then maybe have a look back at this video and see where you went wrong. So that's the end of this video. Next time we're going to be looking at expanding double brackets.